Hey everyone, Kevin Ross here, and welcome to the latest here in the series of A Shot of Technology. Now today, I actually wanted to give the community an updated video on a previous video that I did about my podcasting setup for a Google Plus Hangout and a Skype component call-in and bringing that all together and how that happens. Now I did a previous video, you might have seen it. If not, it's already down because here's the thing. Colin Bell reached out to me because he had a question. Something just wasn't jiving right. And really this all came from the inspiration of Ray Ortega over at the Podcaster Studio. So Ray, again, I apologize because here's the thing. I was wrong. And here, I admit when I'm wrong. I don't like to be wrong. But the biggest reason why I don't like to be wrong, I don't like to give the wrong information. So I just got off a show. We just stopped the broadcast the last few minutes. And I just felt compelled. I really needed to give this update to the community. So I'm going to show you the right way on how to set up your studio for a Google Plus Hangout on one computer and a Skype call-in feature on another computer. At least this is how I run it. Now, on the previous video, I was talking about the ATR 2100 because it's dual output. It has an XLR output and a USB output so that you can plug this into the MacBook Pro and then the people on the Hangout can hear you through that. And then you can also plug this into a mixer or a recorder through an XLR component or adapter. And so here's the thing. You don't necessarily need the ATR 2100 to do this setup, although it's a great microphone. And I also have a headset microphone, an Audio-Technica headset microphone that's like a sportscaster's microphone that I also use. So I'm going to be talking about the ATR 2100, going into the mixer actually through the XLR, and then a MacBook Pro over here that's running the Hangout, and then the Skype call comes in over here on the iMac. I'm on my portable vlogging camera, so I'm going to be able to walk you through all of this. And again, I apologize to the community who watched the video before, but let's correct the wrong. Let's make this right. Okay, so normally I would do a screencast, but I'm using multiple computers and this camera, and for the sake of time, because I really wanted to get this video up. So the MacBook Pro hosts the Hangout on air with multiple hosts and or guests. So for the output, I have everything from the Hangouts on air going out of this headphone jack. And this is going to go right into the Mackie mixer. It's a Mackie Pro FX 12. As you can see on the settings, headphones, output, headphones. Now the input, USB audio codec, is actually the mixer. USB right here. That's the one important piece that I forgot, or that I rather left out or gave incorrect information, that you need to have the mixer plugged in. It is a USB mixer. So this actually plugs into the Mac. So that's actually going back in and you'll understand why. Let's head on over to the mixer. Alright, so this is the Mackie Pro FX 12. XLR and channel 1. This is coming from the ATR 2100. It's going right into channel 1. This is coming out of that headphone jack right into channel 2. So everything can be controlled on the board from the Hangouts on air. Everything can actually be controlled. Everything on the board can be controlled, even the Skype call. Alright, so headphone out into channel 2. Now, Skype caller is coming into channel 7/8. This is going to the headphone out jack in the iMac, and I'll show you that. This is the FX send going back into the mic. Let me show you that setup, and then I'll come back to the mixing board. Headphone going into channel 7/8, mic, FX send. So everything going in the mixing board is back into this computer so that the Skype callers can hear everyone and that we can hear the Skype callers. So what you want to do, coming back to the mixer, since we have to send the signals through the FX send, we want to make sure that these channels right here, this FX button, is up. Because everything that we're saying here in the mixing board is actually going into FX send and then back to the caller. The caller is also coming into here, but we can hear everything that they're saying because it's all coming through the mixer and being fed back through the USB connection in the back. USB back to the Hangout. Here's the one thing though. So the caller doesn't hear themselves. This FX dial here, make sure that's down. But what you do want to do is we keep the FX master up. So that one is up. FX send. Like I said, I can unplug this. I just have them both plugged into that. But for right now, you can just do this here and the FX master to send that signal. Everything that's happening in here. So I also have music that I run through the mixer and some other things that I run through the mixer. So to make sure to send everything back to the Skype caller, but that they don't hear it because that's turned down. All right, so the settings, of course, you can see that I'm on the iMac here in the iSight. Microphone, built in. That's the built-in or the line input. So basically what happens is that everything we say over here, down through here, and then back up in here through the mic. And of course the speakers, and everything that's coming out is going back there into channel 7/8. So that in a nutshell, quite a big nutshell that is how this podcast can host a Google Plus Hangout with multiple guests and hosts on one computer, and then also have a call-in component on this computer. Like I said in the previous video, I had eliminated the USB component of the mixer because you can actually use this mixer without plugging it into a USB port. I mean, it still powers up and everything, and you can run mics and inputs and all into the speaker, or I'm sorry, all into the mixer, and still have it function and people can hear themselves. But to have this actually work the way that it needs to be set up with the Google Plus Hangout and the Skype, you do need to take that USB cable that's over here on the MacBook Pro and plug it in from the mixer. So hopefully that ties everything together. And again, I wanted to thank our community members, or those that are out there. Colin Bell, thank you again so much. Ray Ortega, thank you. And again, sorry about that. I hopefully righted the wrong and made it all better, and hopefully then you will now have the tools and the information to procure the equipment that you need to have a Google Plus Hangout and of course a Skype call-in component. So thanks for watching, subscribing, liking, and sharing, and I'll check you on the next here in the series of A Shot of Technology.